Hello, I'm Hal Ottaway with the Wichita Postcard Club, and it's time once again for a postcard of the week. This week, we're going to kind of give you a sneak preview of what we are collectors are all enthused about coming up the first full week in May. Then this year, it's May 1 through May 7th. It's National Postcard Week. And this will be a celebration of postcard collectors sending each other postcards and wishing each other a happy National Postcard Week. I have with me today my good friend Dolores Rowe from Kennett Square, Pennsylvania. And you remember her giving that wonderful July and Christmas program last July. But anyway, Dolores and her husband, Leon, have been doing National Postcard Week cards like I have for several years. And we wanted to show and to share one of the early ones and then what she's going to do this year. So Dolores, show us what you have.
All right. I always collected these, but I never did make a postcard before. And when I finally first started, I was making cards that I drew myself. And believe me, I am not an artist. And I have some of them, but anyway, I heard about Rick Geary. I gave him some ideas. He is wonderful with coming up with ideas for whatever you give him. He'll give you a drawing and you can okay it or not. So the first one we're going to show is from 2015. Well, of course, we grew up in the 50s and the 60s and so forth. We got married in the 60s, loved Sonny and Cher. We used to sing, "I Got You, Babe," to each other. And so on this year, 2015, we were married 48 years. So I decided to put Sonny and Cher on the card. And it was Rick's idea to put us singing with them, which was like, that would ever happen. Although I don't know, Leon's voice was probably better than Sonny's. Anyway, so that's what this is. This is what we were married when we went on our honeymoon. This is what we were wearing. I even sent that picture to Rick, and he was able to, put that on there. So that's Sonny and Cher and Leon and I singing, "I Got You, Babe." Unfortunately, they got the 50 years, we didn't. But now, if you look at the back of the card, I forgot to have postcard put on it. So I drew the line myself. But if you're doing one of these, you can put what you collect, or you can explain the card. He collected presidential campaign and Native American, and I collected early Hawaiian and Chester County and other categories. So I put that on the card because people around the country will look for you if they see what you like and, contact you, maybe come to Wichita and show you what they found. So that was the back of my card. Unfortunately, this year's card just plain on the back, so you won't see that, but you will see my card for this year coming right up.
Ooh, wonderful.
What I'd like to do is do something that was commemorative of 50 years or 100 years. And so when I was searching that, there were a lot of things that were 100 this year. But this one just intrigued me, the King Tut's tomb opening. And so I gave Rick an idea that I wanted to have King Tut's tomb. I didn't tell him what I was thinking. I also told him that I had to have my husband's black Stetson in it because he passed away. And so whenever I make a card from now on, I always put his hat somewhere. So besides King Tut waving to you there, you can see Leon's hat. And then Rick came up with this idea of King Tut not being in his coffin, but selling postcards for 10 cents. And look at the wonderful job he did with all the Egyptian symbols and, the Ankh and the eye and all that in for sale, just 10 cents. What a bargain. So I did not put on the back anything about what was going on because I think everybody knows King Tut. you don't have to do something if you're doing one. It can be anything you like. We see ones where people take pictures of their towns or birds or flowers or whatever. It doesn't have to be an artist one. It's just that I've really liked Rick's cards, and so I've kind of stuck with him. But you can do a card on anything. You can get it printed at your local printer. It's really fun, and you see ones from all over the country.
That's really neat, Dolores. Let me say that what we do is participate with a lady in Alamo, Texas, another good friend. Her name is Damaris Swint, and she lives in Alamo, and she is the organizer for National Postcard Week every year. And if you are going to do a postcard, then you want to get in touch with Damaris, and she will add your name and mailing address to the list. And then she emails that list to everyone who's participating, and they are able to exchange and to have the proper address and zip code and spelling for everyone's name and so forth. And that's how we operate this. But Damaris has added a lot of help and a lot of direction through the years, and we're grateful to her for doing all this. Absolutely. And she, like Dolores, are at the Wichita Postcard Club every year, and lots of interest and lots of talking about National Postcard Week and what they're going to do the next year and so forth. Next year, by the way, I've learned is the 40th anniversary for celebrating National Postcard Week. And we'll talk about that next year for sure. But thanks, Dolores, for coming. Did you have anything else you wanted to say?
Well, I just thought we should say that John McClintock, who is not with us anymore, is who started National Postcard Week. And it just kind of started rolling from there, and people really have fun with it.
Yeah.
Thank
and
you
he
so
was
much
a postcard dealer from
Yes,
Pennsylvania. Is that right?
I don't know if he was from Pennsylvania or not. I'm not sure where he was from, but out east, yes.
Yeah, I used to not email, but I used to snail mail with him all the time.
Yes.
But I never did get to meet him. But
right.
That's nice. Yes, a good historical note there.
Right. So
well, thanks everybody. That takes care of Postcard of the Week for this week, and we'll look forward to seeing you next week as well. Bye-bye.
Bye.